When people ask me, what do you think we can do? Because on a daily basis, I keep getting DMs and messages and emails. I'm sorry to say, it just so happens that I'm fundamentally a ruthlessly, ferociously introverted person outside of this. So I literally shun people the moment I'm off the place. My mother has to literally shake me to get words out of me. So when people keep asking this question, so I thought I'll actually put out a video of some sort, but I'm against the concept of a self-recorded video because it goes against the optics of being a practicing litigator, so I don't wish to do it. So I'll use this forum to present a few actionable deliverables within your power that you can do so that you know what is it that you can do to take this forward. One, all the opinions that I have today, I've had them at least since 2004 or at least since 2009. I tried telling the very same things to a lot of people around that period. But why should anybody listen to me? What has made it possible for me to get an audience is my command over my subject. And even if I say so, let's use the word proficiency, if not expertise, when it comes to my core areas of competence. So, as a Hindu who believes in being a karma yogi, you must be absolutely brilliant at what you do. That is the first thing that gets you an audience. That is what gives you financial independence and mental independence to pursue your cultural initiatives. I will never go and ask anybody to contribute to any initiative that I wish to support. You wish to do, you do it, I don't care. I will do it because I have the ability to do it. You want to match, you match. So that gives you the independence. Second, a hardcore spiritual and religious grounding which must become a part of your daily life. I'm asking you to spend not more than 15 to 20 minutes a day in at the very least revisiting your roots in some form or the other. The good part is not one day of the week is ours, every day of the week is ours. So, this battle is not ultimately a battle which is political, it is a battle of commitment to your astha. And if you don't get that, don't even hope to survive this battle because the other side is committed like nobody's business, and I deeply and grudgingly admire them for it. Because I learn from everyone like a sponge. Even if I don't like the person, if there is something good to be learned from that person, I will absorb it. Because at the end of the day, survival of the community is more important than individual egos. 3, start addressing the caste problem in a very realistic way by supporting those who are in need of help. You don't need to wait for the state to do it always. At some point, these initiatives between people will deliver goods. It will show because people will know that here is someone who is trying to help me. When you do that, you're also taking them away from predators. The more we go down a political discussion on reservation, it will only divide us further. The answer lies in society, not in politics. I've said this often, over and over again. When temples become the point of convergence, where they preserve their traditions in accordance with the Shastras, because I certainly believe that Shastras have a value, no matter who calls me what, and they also perform their societal obligations and reach out to the underprivileged, that is exactly when you're actually in a position to start having a decent, honest, and calm conversation on reservations. Until then, this conversation will never start. No political entity has the incentive to start it. They have a disincentive to start it. So here, society has to take the lead. 3. 4, please keep a watch on your children. Unrestrained independence is not a badge of honor. It's not a badge of pride. Don't wear it shamelessly. Have some supervision of what is happening. You know we are being targeted in multiple ways. I don't need to spell it out. So please keep a watch. The problem of the Hindu parent is they don't know whether to fill their children's heads with negativity and protecting them. I think that's their confusion. What do? I don't wish to poison their heads. The point is, Shatrubodh is not poison. That's an essential survival instinct. That is what has kept the Jewish identity alive. That is what has kept several indigenous communities alive across the board. One of the finest things that I have watched in recent times is that young Maori politician in New Zealand issuing the war cry of our ancestors from the floor of the parliament. Amazing. And if you watched her speech, this is what she basically said. This house has been interfering and touching things which it has no business touching, which is what they hold as sacred. And therefore, I've had no other option but to land in this house to protect my people. At my lecture in Berkeley, we made it a point to call someone from the indigenous community of California, specifically to say, we are here for you. Hindus have to take the lead in the revival of indigenous communities. That won't happen as long as you think of yourself as a brown sepoy. So decolonization is imperative for you to take leadership and provide an alternative new world order where there is respect for indigenous communities. We are an indigenous community, for God's sakes. Every non-Abrahamic community is an indigenous community. Yes. That is how the definition has become over the last 1,000 years. 5, find a way. So one is, of course, money, education, whatnot. Find a way to support those who are truly pursuing the Vedas. I have to make this statement. Because that much maligned, vilified micro-minority is being crushed from every place. I am not talking of the priestly category. I am talking of Vedadhyayis. Because that's been the traditional philosophy of this land. Call out hypocrisy wherever it exists. Nobody's going to stop you. Call out lack of character and integrity wherever it exists. Nobody's going to stop you. But at the same time, acknowledge the existence of those who have decided to pursue that in these volatile, hostile times, because this is not exactly a friendly atmosphere for pursuit of the Vedas. And if there are snakes who need to be wiped out, well, those snakes could have abandoned the study of the Vedas for something else. Because if they are so evil and so diabolical in their brains, surely those brains could have been used for earning money as opposed to suffering this kind of, let's say, calumny and vilification from their own people on a daily basis. Whether somebody says this or not, I will stand by the temple, the cow, and the tradition, period. My parameters of Hindutva will start and end there, period.